Well, my sweet spot lately has been getting on stages and speaking about communication and leadership. Um, I just released a book called A Voice Empowered that really takes you on a journey of and it's my story about how I went from that kid who couldn't speak about his ideas and would sit by the coffee machine and give ideas to people, and I would hear them in the boardroom and be like, whoa, wait, that was my idea. So went from being that kid to being able to empower myself with my voice and use my words as a tool for leadership. So that's been great. I've also been doing some podcasting. I have a podcast called Journeys of Inspiration that focuses on uh, let's take this journey together, and the destination is not as important as the journey. And it's designed to really have folks look at the growth aspect. How are we growing? How are we learning? Because in this day and age, so often we're focused on the destination. Mm-hmm. Let's just get there, but not realizing that the value is in the journey. So that's been keeping me, busy. And for me, every time I have an opportunity to reach out to people and equip them and empower them, it's a good day.
Yeah. So you and I are part of the very small community worldwide that loves getting up on stage and talking in front of a lot of people. Most of the rest of the world would prefer to have a root canal than to be put on stage in front of a group of 30 people or more. And you and I, we hunger for that opportunity to share our perspectives, right?
Absolutely. And you talk about a root canal. I mean, there's some people who fear public speaking more than death, which really means they would rather be in the casket than deliver the eulogy.
That's alien to my thought processes. The one odd experience I had in speaking a while ago, I had been speaking in front of the same group for a number of years, and then they changed the setup. So the room was dark, and there were floor lights in front, and I walked up on stage, and I knew there were 1,000 people in the auditorium. Couldn't see a single one of them. It was similar to being on Zoom presenting on Zoom for the first time, where you're just speaking to a screen, but there's no feedback. I love having the eye contact, one person holding that eye contact and holding that eye contact and holding it and telling the story to individuals, and just having that big dark room was momentarily disconcerting. I don't know if you've had that same experience.
Yeah, and I think for me it was I was delivering a keynote about I'd say just about a couple years ago almost. He was overseas, and as I'm getting ready to walk on stage, handed a note of something that happened within the company, and this was a group of about 500 people, and I was handed a note on some events that had happened that I needed to be aware of. And as I'm getting ready to be introduced, I am thinking, well, there goes my keynote.
Yeah, they're all. You think they're all checking their phone?
I have to come up with, something different, or be able to change the mood, because what I was going to say would definitely not have landed or been received, given what was going on in the company. And this is stuff that had just happened within a few hours of me arriving to the event.
Yeah.
So you adjust, you make it conversational. You just have those real. I look at keynote speaking as a conversation with people who want to learn, and you want to learn from them. So,
right.
But yes, we as speakers have had many of those moments.